Waheguru Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ki Fateh. As many of you know, I was arrested in India on false charges, and I wrote a book which describes what happened there. Now today, I want to deal with an issue in the book having to do with the corrupt Punjabi police and the corrupt Indian court system there. What I found was that after about a year of going to these hearings that the Punjab police controlled and set up, that I could not get a fair trial there in India. I kept coming back time and time again. I even asked the judge. I said, I want a trial. And he put me off. This is where I was arrested and spent time in the Amritsar Central Jail there. You can see the conditions are not very good. These are some newspaper articles that describe my arrest and then consequential escape through Nepal. So when I decided to leave, I had to bribe Indian and Nepal immigration officers. You can see here was the immigration post just right near the Nepal border. So my question is this something that Sikhs should do? Bribing officials. You can see here, this is the fake exit visa that the Indian authorities, I should say the immigration officers that I bribed, wrote into my passport. And you can see it's all handwritten in. It was only enough so that the Nepal border guards or immigration officials would give me an entrance visa in Nepal because they were all in on it. They all took bribes, which amounted to about $700, $800, and put these fake exit visas and entrance visas into my passport. So this is what my original passport looked like, and the original visa that was given by the authorities there when I entered India in 2007. So you can see that handwritten one is completely fake. Again, my question is, should this be done by Sikhs or by anyone for that matter? And this is a question that some of the 3HO people have asked me and accused me of being less than honest or being violating the Sikh Rahat by bribing these Indian officials. So today, I posted that question on my Facebook page, and I got some interesting answers from some Gursikhs. I found out that in Sikh history, there was at least 2 instances where Gursikhs had bribed prison guards during the Mughal reign in India. This was the time when Guru Gobind Singh was the 10th Satguru of the Sikhs. This was in the 1700s. So I will post those instances, or links to, I should say, links to those stories about how these Gursikhs had bribed the prison guards there. And I will add that I tried to make every effort to resolve my case there in India without bribing any officials. I was approached many times by less than honest people about paying thousands and thousands of dollars to bribe the judges, to bribe the police. Those bribes I didn't feel were the way to go. I feel, first of all, that it wouldn't have done any good. They probably would have just taken the money and run with it. And my other thought was that that was not the way to approach it, my case. I think that probably if I had bribed the judges, or tried to bribe the judges, I should say, or the police, that they probably would have found another excuse to arrest me on bribery charges. So I chose instead to leave the country. And bribing these low-level immigration officers was really the only alternative. There was no other way to get out of India. I approached the U.S. Embassy several times about getting me out of there, because they all knew that I was arrested on false charges, but they refused to do anything. So I was left with no other choice but to bribe these Indian officials. Now, it's been brought to my attention that it's possible the U.S. government could charge me with some kind of bribery of foreign officials, which is technically against the law. And I'm aware of that. I want to make quite public what I've done. I think that any jury would find that I had done what was necessary, and that because the U.S. Embassy refused to help me, this was my only choice, was to bribe these officials. So, I talk about this in my book, about how this went down, and I'll read for you just a quick excerpt from the book. This is in chapter 64, Confessions of an American Sikh. And that's how the conversation goes for more than an hour. I take every opportunity to let them, the Indian immigration officers, know mine is a minor legal trouble that has turned into a year-long ordeal. I stress that all I want is to get home to my aging mother and father to care for them. I assure them nobody is ever going to hear about my case. Regardless, they just keep on joking and horsing around. I have learned by now not to mention bribes outright. I will just let them bring up the amount of tip they expect for their services. "This is a good man," says the skinny one. "Yes," says the fat one. "He is so good. He should come to a party with us." In the end, they want 50,000 rupees, almost $700 US. I give them money and my passport, and they stroll out the door. They are still laughing when they leave, but I am exhausted and disgusted by all the sexual bullshitting, and I am angry. I seriously suspect I've just thrown away my passport to this couple of whoring idiots. I slam down the money for the check and storm off. I was jailed in Amritsar's Rambagh police station in January of 2008 on false charges. And I can attest to the brutal torture of prisoners by India's corrupt Punjab police. So I'd like you all to read the book, and it's only 99 cents on Amazon Books. The Kindle version is only 99 cents. So this is the least expensive that Amazon will allow me to sell the book for. Otherwise, I'd give it away free, because I'd like everyone to know about my experiences, and I'm hoping that, I'm praying that nobody has this happen again to them there in India. Hopefully you can all learn from my mistakes and what I went through there. Thank you for your time. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.